Today I'm going to be reviewing two products for the guitar, two different guitar humidifiers. The first one is the Nomad Soundhole Humidifier, and the other one is this Kyser Lifeguard Humidifier. And I want to show you the difference between these two today. So the Nomad Guitar Humidifier has the sponge inside. So this sponge is a very dense sponge material. Not sure what it's made out of. And what you do is take the sponge, dip it in distilled water, squeeze it out, and then put it in your holder. I actually put this on a table and pour the distilled water on the top. That way I don't have to be wasting distilled water and I don't get my hands on this. Okay, so that goes in there. So this is the Kyser Lifeguard Humidifier. I'm also going to show you how it fits into the Soundhole. So this has the sponge inside of it. It's a less dense sponge material, so it dries out a lot quicker. But the advantage to this is that the sponge stays inside. You dip this whole thing in a bowl of water, distilled water. It fills up with water, and then you take this and squeeze it, the excess water out, and then put it in the guitar. So this is the Nomad Soundhole Guitar Humidifier that I'm going to show in the guitar next. I just want to note that my Soundhole is 3 7/8 wide. This guitar is a Seagull S6, and the Soundhole is 3 7/8 inch across in diameter. What is easy about this humidifier is you just place it between the guitar strings, and it stays in place and humidifies the guitar from inside. Advantages to this is it's easy to insert. You don't have to worry about any liquid moisture touching guitar Soundhole. The disadvantages, I don't necessarily like how it presses the strings out. I guess I'd be a little concerned here on this part of this wearing out. So I really don't like that with the guitar Nomad when it's inserted into the Soundhole. You see how far it stretches the strings. And then you just pull it out when it's done. Somehow I wish this was a lot thinner. The real advantage I like about this is this sponge is dense and it holds moisture for about a week. What I do to moisten it is I put it on a countertop and then I fill a cap full with distilled water and just pour it on the sponge. Instead of sticking it in the water, squeezing it with my hand, you waste a lot more distilled water. So the other humidifier, which I will demonstrate, is the Lifeguard Humidifier by Kyser. So this goes in the Soundhole. One thing, this is called the LH Lifeguard Humidifier for classical guitars. I believe they make another one for acoustic guitars, but somehow this size for classical guitars fits my guitar quite well. And what you do is put it inside the Soundhole like this. One advantage I like about this is it keeps the Soundhole closed, so I feel that the moisture is embedded more inside of the guitar versus that Nomad where it can come out the Soundhole and is in your guitar case via guitar case. The only thing I really don't like about this is, so this device, when you dip it in water to moisten the sponge in here, that you somehow can get water in these cracks of the device, the crevices and cracks. And you have to take real care. It takes a little while to dry these out, because I'm concerned when you get water in here, and there's different sections, that when you put this in the sound hole, that water will be on that wood sitting in there. Really concerned about that. So it's a little, I would say that's the major disadvantage to this. And also this sponge maybe lasts a couple days, not as long as the other one. What I have done with this sponge, instead of dipping it in, dipping that into a bowl, you dip it in a bowl, squeeze it, and then the water fills this up, it gets it all wet. I'll hold this like this, take a cap full of distilled water, and pour it into the holes. Now you can check if this is dry or not by squeezing it, and if it makes a noise, or if water comes out. There's some water coming out, I know it's still wet. Okay. So once again, this is the Kyser Lifeguard Humidifier. It's for classical guitars. This was about $14.50. My Music Nomad Soundhole Humidifier for acoustic guitars was $13.99, it looks like.